Okay.
They just one line in praise. Prayerfully by next week now, we'll be able to showcase our achievements so far. So by next week, then they have more. So why this one is giving us, why I decided to do this is because of a lot of stories that have been generated in the media in respect of this. Sorry, just take it away. I'm sorry. So why I just decided to give prominence to this is because of a lot of news that are generated in the media. And perhaps the victim of this. So one Mr. Michael Ataga, so happens to be a media man. So I think he operates at a media house, a TV series now, so that's the man. And maybe that is why the press has been. But I just want to put the record straight. The thing happened on the 15th of June 2021. So the lady there, so by name Chidinma, so a 21-year-old lady and 300 level mass communication students of University of Lagos. So checking into a service apartment in Lekki with the late man on that Sunday. So they were there together as friends. On Tuesday, she departed, left the man inside. So when the man did not come out on Tuesday, on Wednesday, I think those who are evacuating the trash bins, so went in to do their normal duty and discovered that the door to the apartment was a bit half opened. So the door was opened and to remove the trash, and the man was found on the floor in the pool of his blood with boxers only on. And that was the story, that was the beginning. And we started our investigation. So we started doing all the leaks. And God's willing now, yesterday night, we were able to track her and got her arrested. So, and she has confessed to the committal of the offense that it was, she'll tell you her story by herself. So it was as a sort of a drug that both of them took and combined with alcohol, and they became high, and they tried to have fun with themselves now, which she resisted and the man insisted, so that led to that fracas. So after they been there, that was last Tuesday. And at the end of the day, so she reached out to a kitchen knife, stabbed the man twice at the neck. So cut off the artery that supplies the blood, and while the artery continues to, he equally stabbed him in the stomach and left him in the pool of blood, and cleverly changed and left him there and went away on that Tuesday. So it was not discovered on Wednesday when we evacuated and we started our investigation. She equally disappeared now with the man's ATM card, which she said the man gave to her voluntarily and equally gave her the pin, with which she thereafter went to make some withdrawals. So from that, when we got now, we blocked that line. And the man's driver license, and equally, so the man's other documents, the bank statement, the bag the man took there. So she went with all those things. And we recovered all those. And equally to the clothes she wore while the fight was on, fully soaked with the man's blood. So we got it recovered as an exhibit, and which she admitted. And I just asked her at the age of 21 now, what gave you that? So that effrontery, that strength now, because of the drug both of them took, and the alcohol, that was what gave that. So that what led to that. It's too sad, but a student at that age, a 99-year, so born 1999, so just a 21-year-old, and I have to comment that. Then we need to make this so that to reduce what has gone on in the press. Immediately that thing happened now, social media went agog and went with fake news that Lekki is no longer safe. So one Michael Usifo has been kidnapped, and they've taken him now. So all the money in his account has been withdrawn, and they've killed him after kidnapping him. So everybody in Lekki, please, for God's sake, we don't need to go into the media when we are not sure of our facts. So social media is to promote unity, to promote security. What we now turn social media now to promote disunity and ditch out fake news. Such news is not going to end here in this country. Any fake news on media now on this social media goes outside this country, and it's our image collectively as Nigerians and the country, so that goes out. So I appeal to members of the public. If anything happens and you want clarification, go to the authority, and that's what we call now investigative journalism. Not just getting home, so staying in the comfort of our houses now and start fabricating news and sending the news out. The damage that one has caused has gone a long way. So that was why now we just decided that since God assisted us now, so with the other agencies that we work together collaboratively, and we're able to, so as the lead one now, so we're able to get her arrested. We just feel that it's necessary to let members of the public know, so that all the insinuations, all what have gone now, so all the bad news will be put to rest. So that's a mission that I need to, because it has generated a lot of news in the media about what happened, what did not happen. So briefly, that's what happened, and that's why so I sought to assistance now in going to the media, to the world, and clarifying what happened about that.
And so he asked me to get a shortlet where we can stay. So I got it. And then
start from how you met him.
Babe, let her finish. Then what thing she not add, you ask. That's the only way we can make.
So I checked for it online, and then I sent to him. He said I should go check it out. Then I went to check it out, and then he paid for it. That was how it is that day.
Which day was that?
On Sunday.
Okay, from Sunday, what happened while you were together? Just tell us.
On Monday, we were together, drinking, smoking. We had fun. So I went to get food for all of us, both of us, I mean. And then that was what happened. Then on Tuesday, he was trying to make advances on me, which I was tired, but he became violent on it. So he got his way, which I let him. And then in the afternoon, towards afternoon, we ordered for smoke. We ordered for smoke and also roofies together. So that was what we took. And then we ate the food that we had on Monday. So we became high, and I wasn't happy for the first one he did, so I was still on my own, just smoking and drinking with my food that I've eaten. So he too was on his own couch. Then he came on to me while I was watching a movie. We were both watching a movie. So he came on to me and was like, I was like, no, that I'm not happy with what you did in the first one. And then I was like, you don't help me, you don't assist me in anything, but yet you just playing with me around. And then it was like, oh, okay, take my ATM now, I can go and withdraw what you want. And then he said the pin. I was like, that's not what I mean, that's not what I meant. So it became violent, or trying to get to me, and I was resisting and defending myself. And at some point, he hit my head on the wall, and I also retaliated. And also, at some point, it was choking me, which I was on the kitchen cabinet. I lay on the kitchen cabinet while he was choking me, and then I stretched out the knife, and then I stabbed his neck. I was taking I was struggling to go out, but it was stopping me that's how we were both roaming about. He was stopping me. He even locked the door. It was with the key. He locked the door. I didn't know where he kept the key. So when I get to the door, he would draw me back, and that was what happened. The first one was both. The first one was twice the distance. The first one on the neck side. That was the first one, and then when I stabbed him the first one twice, I threw the knife on the bed. Then he was going for it while I went for it. So while I laid on the bed, that's when he came on me to hold the knife, and that's when I managed to stab him with the knife. And then when he dragged the knife from me, he managed to slice my hand. And then as he was holding it, the knife broke, so it slipped off from his hand. I still managed to hold to it, but then it was now weak, and then he fell on the floor.
Okay, so why didn't you like? What was it about the first time that you didn't like? What did he do to you, or what happened?
I was trying to sleep. It was midnight, so we have drank and we have smoked. So I was already like sleepy, and then I was already sleepy. And then when he came onto me, I was resisting. That was what happened. It was violent about it.
Okay, what kind of smoke? You mentioned smoke 2 times. What did you guys smoke?
It was SK loud. How was it?
SK and loud.
Was there
now,
weed in the room?
How were you now arrested? Can you narrate that incident? Because for a while they've been looking for you. How were you arrested?
They came to my house, and that's how I was captured.
Okay, do you live with your parents?
Yeah.
Where?
No, Lagumeji Yaba.
Okay, how long have you known this guy, and how did you meet him?
I've known him for 4 months, 5 months. I met him through friend.
A friend introduced him to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so how regular do you people see?
Not too regular. Not too regular.
Was that your first time out with him? You were saying he was coming for you. You understand?
That was not my first time.
Tired. I need you to explain that part, because a lot of people could term that to mean another thing. When you were saying you were tired, he was coming for you, what do you mean exactly?
I was tired. I already drank. I already smoked, so I was feeling sleepy to sleep at that time. That's what I mean.
Okay, so how long did you guys stay? Did you check in on Sunday? When did he die? Which day did he die? And when did you leave him? And how were you able to escape from the room after killing him, or you just walked away?
Well, why he was lying there, I changed and then I left the room. I looked for the key for where he hid it, and I left the room.
So when you escaped, who did you reach out to? Where was the first place you went to?
I didn't reach out to anybody.
So how do you feel when you know that you have killed somebody and you just sneaked out? How do you feel at 21 committing this kind of crime?
I didn't feel good.
What did you do with the ATM letter? With this ATM?
I withdrew some money from it.
How much?
About 380.
Not 5 million?
No.
On confirmed reports have you that in your original account you have about 10 million naira. How did you get such amount of money?
That's not my account. It's not mine.
So how was it traced to you?
It's not mine.
Will it be right to say that you didn't feel any sense of remorse after committing this crime?
I felt a lot.
Confirmed report also stated but you didn't reach out to anybody. You didn't report at the police station. Confirmed report also said that after his death, they withdrew 5 million naira from his account.
No. 5 million wasn't withdrawn from his account.
So how much was withdrawn?
380, I said.
What did you plan to do with the money?
What I plan to do with money?
The money you withdrew from his account.
To pay my fees.
Okay, now the guy who
What
brought
was the-
drugs, who called the guy, whose customer is that guy who brought drugs to you guys?
It was the one that called the dog.
He was the one that called the guy.
Yeah.
Is it the first time the guy is coming to supply drugs to both of you?
I don't know. He's always having smoke with him. So I don't know if that was the first time.
In 4 months you've known him, how many times have you gone out with him?
And where do you
And
go?
what's the difference with this particular one?
We haven't gone out like out. It's always like we can meet and then we go to the house at the VGC.
Oh, you preach
You
is that
said the
VGC?
police
Is it
arrested
VGC
you
or
at
Banana
your-
Island?
Hmm?
Is it VGC or Banana Island?
It's VGC.
You said the police arrested you at your parents' house.
Yes.
So how do you feel when the police stormed the place to arrest you in the presence of your parents?
I felt disappointed.
How did your parents get to know about this whole situation? Did you inform them yourself or how?
No, it was that day that they got to know.
And at one time did they arrest you?
Can I speak up, please?
What time?
I think it was 9 p.m.
Yesterday? Yesterday?
9 p.m. Either 9 or 10. It was already very late.
Yesterday?
Yes, it was late.
So when you do you live in school or you live with your parents?
I stay with my
You
parents.
stay with your parents and you left on a Sunday, and this happened when? That's like 3 days interval or thereabout. Where did you tell your parents you were going to?
I told him I was going for ushering. Oh,
Ushering job?
yes.
Have you been doing it before?
Yes, I used to do freelance ushering job
Okay.
sometimes.
Any other
You
question?
checked in into the short, like, according to reports, you checked it with the foreign number. Did you had any plan to commit on scam? Because of course, no, it will be difficult to trace you with such foreign numbers. Is that correct?
It's not difficult to trace me with the number, but I didn't have mind of doing that.
But is it correct to say you checked it with a foreign number?
That was the number I used in texting the girl,
That's the number you use?
in texting the lady.
So you have a foreign number. Just is that it?
Yes,
Okay.
What do you do with that
So
foreign
what?
number? Of which
it's
country?
a number.
What country?
It's a number.
So why should you?
How did you get the
keep it?
foreign number? Did you travel? How did you get the foreign number?
It's on hub.
Eh?
It's on hub.
It's an app.
Yeah,
You
Which app
generated
is
it.
that?
yeah. It's app that generates numbers.
How would you do that?
It's possible.
If you don't have valid credentials, why will you be having foreign number? I don't have foreign number.
What do you do with the foreign number? Why would you just on your own decide to have a foreign number?
Nothing.
Okay.